Howdy everyone. Hello and welcome to this very special edition of the ShadowCast. I am the Black Shadow, and I hope you've all had happy holidays, Christmases and Boxing Days and everything else in between. I mean, it's been about weeks and stuff I've been able to have a chat with you guys, to be actually honest, which is kind of strange really. I'm so used to, having like a video up every day. To have sort of taken this sort of week off is kind of odd. It's been very useful though. I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed your Christmases and that. I mean, mine was all right until I had a nice Christmas dinner with the family. Those that are still here, I guess. And then came back, and then by the time I got back in the evening, I got hit by some wretched cold. I spent Boxing Day cooped up in my bed basically with a bin by the side. It was not a pleasant experience, especially considering that the day afterwards I was meant to start work, which I did actually do. It managed to get under control by that morning, just about. Should I have been working then? Maybe not, but I did. So hey. But yes, obviously that's one of the reasons why I said to you guys why I was taken a week off. Obviously, I've gotten into work now, which is nice. As much as I do think part of me just likes being in work. When you're just cooped up in the same room for months on end, basically, it gets a bit monotonous, to be quite frank. And as people that are in my situation, I'm sure they would agree. Eventually, for the first month or two, it's been like a holiday. After 8 months, you're sick of it. You're completely sick of it. You're fed up. Yeah, folks. It's been good. Obviously, personally, it's quite important to me that I got on the ground running and actually keep hold of this. Those of you who've been around channel, I've sort of been in and out of work, obviously, and haven't managed to get anything to stick. Although this is sort of, I think, the first opportunity I've got to really get something to stick. So I wanted to take a week off just to help me settle into it, because it was quite important to me, and it was over the Christmas period, so I didn't feel too bad anyways. I thought, I'll give you guys a week's rest of me, you lucky people, because not everyone manages that. Not everyone manages to not hear from me for a week. Poor bastards. What are we here to talk about tonight, or today, or whenever you listen to me, whether it's now or you're busy getting drunk when I'm uploading this or something. I don't really know what you guys are up to New Year's. I mean, to be honest, I'm working. I'll get it's like it's the odd one. So I'm what it's New Year's Eve, obviously, and tomorrow's New Year's Day on the Wednesday. And I'm working 12 till 9 on it. It's like people have said to me, Happy New Year's, and I just say to them, mate. Love that bit. It's like people say to me, Happy New Year's, and I just respond to them, yeah, I'm sure work will be fun. That's all I can say, because all I'm doing New Year's Day is I wake up in the morning, get ready to go to work. I go to work, I come back. Actually, I'll be up a little bit, I suppose, because I'm not actually in work on Thursday, which is when I actually plan to start recording again. I'll get to recording stuff in a little bit, but yeah. So at least I get New Year's Eve to myself after about 10 o'clock. So I suppose there's a consolation, but I mean, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be in my flat, basically. I've got nothing else to do. But anyways, so enough talking about my personal life. I should really be talking about Be A Sync. And whereas obviously, like the anniversary vids, obviously in October, are a great opportunity to look back on the year that's been, and look at some of the, what has been it has been a fantastic year. I'm really proud of what has been achieved over the past 12 months, since we've had some absolutely fantastic LPs that I'm really happy with. From GTA 3 Blind, which I think was brilliant, the Resident Evil series, I was able to bring you guys the Outbreak series, which was great, fantastic games, went off really well, even managed Solo Very Hard Nightmare, which was an insane challenge, but we managed it. Resident Evil 0, completing it blind on hard, fantastic achievement. It was a brilliant LP and some fantastic moments in that. And that wasn't elsewhere. There's been lots of LPs. I've been able to, complete Final Fantasy VIII. Finally, after 8-9 years of trying to complete it, I finally managed it. That was a great little personal success for me. And obviously other LPs in between, we've been able to bring, Max Payne 1 was a great game as well, and there's other LPs in there as well. I know there is. I can't remember them. It is about 10:30 at night. I only got home about an hour ago. I was supposed to finish at 5 actually, and ended up staying there till past 8 o'clock. Don't ask. Just don't ask. Oh, gosh. Sorry, just dip a foot in. Sorry. Should really edit that bit out, but never mind. But yeah, so obviously, it's been a great past 12 months. It has been really fantastic, and I do remember me sitting here 12 months ago and speaking at considerable length, about all sorts of things, which I don't quite intend to do, but then I never intend to do it, but I still manage it. And I remember I was talking about a lot of things about what I want to do with the channel, and obviously, some of the things I said I wanted to do with the channel, obviously were rather long term, to be quite frank. It's like, but one thing I am really, really happy about though, and I will make a mention, is obviously at this point last year, I did set myself a couple of goals. As far as the channel was concerned, that by this point I said to it, and you can listen back to it, and it is there. I said there was two. No, I'm not a particular fan of trying to set targets for the channel, but it was something interesting I just wanted to do, and and I was really happy. I said that I wanted to hit by this time, sort of by now, 350 subscribers and 100,000 views, and I'm happy that that the channel actually managed that with a month to spare, which amazed me, considering the fact they seemed so ambitious. But what, had about maybe 30,000 views at that point? And I was expecting, and I was sort of basically aiming to triple that in 1 year, which seemed absolutely crazy. I mean, I woke up the next day and I listened back to it, I'm thinking, did you really say that? What the hell were you drinking? I don't drink, by the way, which is that's telling you how crazy I thought it was. But we managed it. And I'm not going to say I managed it, because those aren't my views, those are your views, folks, and, I thank you so much for it. You must be sick to death of it, I know. I mean, at the end of every single video I'm there, I thank you for spending your time in there, and it still doesn't feel like enough. It still doesn't feel, at the end of every video, I feel like I should be saying it every 5 minutes. I just get like a soundbite. Thank you for listening, keep doing it. No, that's really crappy and corny. I'd have to sit and think about that. But what the hell kind of garbage am I talking about? I really don't know. But I say it has been really good. I'm really proud to have hit that, especially when it seemed so ambitious at the time. To hit those was fantastic. And I think it comes to the fact that it has been a fantastic year. We've done a lot of really good games. They've come out so well, and I'm really, really proud. I'm proud enough of the channel as it is. It would devastate me if it ever, if something ever happened to it, it would devastate me completely. It has, putting it sort of rather sort of blindly, or sort of not bluntly, but kind of overall-ish, it has basically helped keep me sane for 2 years when just about everything else around me has collapsed. And I don't mean that in a sort of, kind of having a bit of fun. I mean in a partially literal sense, which is the really sad part. But it's been great, and obviously, I'm sitting here. I've had the week off, which has been good, to get things sorted out. But of course, I don't intend on stopping now. Why not? Why would I consider doing that? Of course, we're going to carry on. Be a Sync will live on for many years to come. Should I have my way? Obviously, now that I'm actually, going to be in full-time work, there is obviously a question of how and when videos are going to be uploaded. Now, obviously, I aim and always have aimed to like the one video a day thing, which I do still intend to keep at. I still intend to stay at doing that ratio. you know, obviously there is going to be an occasion where, you know, there might be like a day or two where I can't get a video up. You know, which is just how it is. You know, I may just, you know, I can usually, you know, if I get home early enough, I can find time to maybe like make a video. And I have had to do it at points. I've had to like come home late at night, make the video, and process it, and just upload it the next morning. Which I'm sure some of you guys have probably noticed. You know, it's the usual time I put it up. If it's not up by then, and I haven't said anything, odds are it'll be up by the next night. And if I have said something, then you'll know when it will be up. You know, and it's just the way it is. You know, I mean, I mean, you think when I started this, when I just sort of come out of college, or well, actually, I started this. Well, actually, yeah, I started this about 6 months before I finished college, so I had a lot more a lot more time, I suppose, to myself then than I do now. You know, I still have, in theory, a lot, but you know, now I'm working full time, so it's a bit more interesting. It's a bit more fluid. But you know, I'm not just going to say, oh, I'm working full time now, so that's it. BSInk's closing its doors. But God, no. If I did that, I couldn't live with it. I couldn't live with myself. You know, BSInc will continue onwards, most certainly. And I'm trying to think what else I was going to say. There's something else as well. I'll get back to it if I think about it. No, I can't think of it. Never mind. As I always say, if you can't remember what you were going to say, it probably wasn't that important. But yeah, folks. So you know, so that's going to be coming. You know, obviously, I set targets last year, and I sort of. You know, and I suppose that the question, you know, it's in a way I was thinking, well, you know, do I want to set targets again for next year? You know, is that again? I don't really like doing that, but it's just an interesting thing, you know, to sort of try and sort of set a marker and see how we manage it. I mean, I remember I was sitting there last year and trying to, you know, like the views one was kind of easy. Trying to gauge subscribers was so hard. It was such a hard number to try and conjure up. I mean, how do you guess that? I mean, how do you honestly guess that? I really don't know, folks. But, there we go. I was wondering where the music went then. But I suppose, yeah, if I really had to pick a number in regards to, you know, a target to set for this time next year, if I had to choose one for views, if I could get to, say, 250,000, that would be amazing. And me sitting here saying that, it sounds like absolutely ludicrous, a ludicrous number. But then when I was sitting here last year and I had like maybe 30,000 views, and I was saying that I basically want to triple that figure by this point next year, and we managed it with a month to spare, which I couldn't believe it. So in that respect, 250,000. It might, in a way, it might almost not seem as challenging a target, maybe, but it sort of is, and it's a really, really awkward one, you know, if you think about it. But if I could manage up at this point next year, that would be fantastic. But of course, you know, I can't just sit here and wait for it to happen. You know that, you know, I've got, you know, that it's all built upon, you know, quality videos, quality LPing. You know, and doing new things and doing different things, which is what it's all about, which is, you know, sort of where I wanted to lead myself into as far as this video is concerned, because of course, yeah, I would love to say hit 250, you know, K views for the channel at this point next year, but there are things that I do want to do with the channel over the next 12 months, and I mean, over 2 years, obviously, you know, we've the LPs, you know, it's been fantastic, you know, it's been really good, and of course, I know I'm still going to do that, but, you know, now that the channel is starting to sort of pick itself up off the ground, you know, and get some extra legs, you know, more, and then, you know, more people are sort of around watching it, you know, I do want to do things with it, you know, and the things that I could only do when there were more people around, you know, there are things that I've always wanted to do, but I couldn't, you know, when you have, like, sort of, say, 20 subscribers, like I did, you know, like everyone does at some point, you know, there's only so much interaction you can have with those people that are watching. But there are two things that I do want to be able to do at some point over the next 12 months, and they are things which I think, you know, if you can do it, it's fantastic. You know, and it's something fun, and it's something actually that I've noticed a few people, you know, a lot of the bigger channels have started doing, folks, and that is that I want to take BSInc live. at some point in the next 12 months, I would love to do a live stream. That is a goal that something I would absolutely love to do at some point. I know some channels do it, you know, obviously, in addition to doing the BS, no, to doing BS, no, not that, but I mean, other people do in addition to, like, their Let's Play videos. It's something that I would love to do, you know. I'm always here sort of chanting and, you know, and trying to, you know, I mean, I absolutely enjoy, you know, the interaction with the people that watch, you know. Every comment I get, or pretty much every comment I read, vast majority I respond to it in some way or another, because I really enjoy it, you know. It's half of LPing to me, is to be able to do that, you know. It's something I really enjoy, you know, and I hope at least some of you guys do appreciate it, I hope. You know, and I thought, well, I've got that, but the next step from there is from, you know, recording some sort of post-recording, then commenting about it, is to do it live. You know, and obviously you've got places like Twitch TV and whatever else. I must admit, technically I don't actually know how to do that, but then I didn't know how to do LPing before I started. So there's always room to figure it out. But that's something I do want to do at some point. I haven't figured out how, I haven't figured out why. I haven't figured out whether it's like just I do like something just random, you know, random game something, or you know, and just random playing or whatever. Or maybe I might decide, you know, I'll do like one LP, but I'll just do it exclusive on live stream. You know, we'll do an LP and have like a session of it every now and again. I don't really know what I'll do, how to work it out, folks. If you've got any particular ideas about how best, you know, to work that, how you'd want that to work, then by all means let me know. I'm always asking you guys for advice on everything, like I do, you know. So, but I mean, that is something that I do want to do. It seems like such a, it would be absolutely fantastic to do. I would really enjoy it, you know, just to sort of spend, you know, and do that. It's a completely different way to interact. You know, it's live interaction. You know, there's nothing better than it. You know, I mean, I would really enjoy to do something like that, folks. You know, and hopefully, you know, if you I don't know anyone particularly that's done that or knows how to do it. I could figure it out. I suppose what the internet's for. You know, but yeah, I don't know how would be best to do that or what to do it with. But it is something I do want to do, and I don't know when I'll do it, but I do want to. I really do, and you know, it sounds like an awesome thing to do for me. So there is that, and the only other thing that I do want to do as well, if I can achieve it in the 12 months, and I might end up doing both things at the same time, is to do a live stream. The only other thing I would love to do is to actually be able to, like, you know, play these games and record them, but not just by myself, folks. You know, with you guys, if you know what I mean by that. You know, like if you remember earlier in the year, I put up a trailer for Left Dead 2. Because I was intending to do that LP. I still am to do an LP of that, and the idea was I wasn't really going through the campaigns. I was going to do like the versus games, you know, and sort of get people involved there. I had to quietly sort of postpone that, which kind of annoyed me. But I kind of had to do that. It was just how the situation sort of fell, which really frustrated me. You know, but I did that quietly. It will still come one day. I promise you it. You know, and the idea was that I could do that and with people involved, you know, that I know, or I've sort of people I've met around, you know, for the past several years, you know, that I all play the game, you know, variety levels for that matter. You know, but I mean, one thing that would be fantastic is to do, like, you know, a game, whether I live streamed it or recorded it or did whatever, you know, but, you know, for you guys to actually, you know, to come along and join along with the party, if you know what I mean. You know, it's not a case of, you know, you have to join, you must speak, or anything like that. You know, you can just be there in the game, you know, even something like a GTA free roam session with you guys, you know, anything, you know, really anything. It would be great fun to do. You know, and I'm sure there'll be some people around that would absolutely love to do it. And it's things like that, you know. I mean, yeah, it's like when I watched other LP channels, you know, and I really wished that, you know, the LP would do something like that. They didn't always do it though. But now, you know, I'm fortunate enough after, you know, 2 years to start being able to find myself in a position where I can think about doing that sort of thing myself, and you know, it would be a completely completely different, I think, to just doing an LP video. But I think it would be absolutely fantastic. You know, I think I would really enjoy it. It would be an absolutely fantastic way of, you know, something to do with the channel. You know, it would. I think it sounds brilliant. And again, I don't know how or where or when or why I would do that, but it is something that I do want to do. You know, and I'm hoping that, if at least if one person here says yes, Shadow, those are good ideas, then that's good enough for me. Simple as that. But yeah, so that's what I want to do, folks. I want to, you know, to be able to make the channel a bit more interactive, I guess you could call that. I don't really know. You know, I mean, as good as I can be with words, I can be pretty awful with them sometimes. I think I'm erring between the two at the moment and slightly slurring due to extreme tiredness. Didn't I just... Hold on. No. Okay, sorry, I thought I'd... Wait, hold on a sec. I did! I put the track in twice! Whoops. Move on. There we go. I was like, I could have sworn I'd heard that track before. I put it in... I like make a little playlist on Windows Media Player that I sort of play in the background while doing these videos. I could put them in like when I'm editing, but I think this is just a much simpler way to do it. Just play them on Windows Media and just speak and have it all come through the same channel and record it. It's so much easier and it works really well. So hey. But yeah, folks. So that is that. That's what I intend to do, and I really hope I can do it. You know, to do live streaming. You know, to involve you guys even more. It's like I say with like you know, people do like but I'll use an example, you know, like Mysterious JG, who I've mentioned a couple times recently, you know, and like, you know, people like him have done like RTK LPs and allow people to sort of have their own characters in the game, you know, which is something actually I'll be kind of a little bit. I shouldn't really do this, but I mean, something like that is something I do actually want to do, something just like that. Ever since I saw an LP like that, I do want to do that. I mean, I absolutely love the RTK series and everything like that. That's why I did Dynasty Warriors 4 with King Strikel. You know, and I admit secretly I do want to do that. Probably whichever RTK it is I have. I forget which RTK I have now. Why can I not remember King Strikel? RTK 11, that's the one. You know, and I do secretly actually is one of the LPs I sort of had in my little checklist to do that game. And, you know, literally have you guys enter and create your own guys to go into the game world, because it's so fascinating seeing A, what they do, and B, how they actually change things, because, you know, history has its own sort of, you know, the game sets so that sort of certain things are kind of meant to happen, but once you start throwing in sort of created characters, it completely whacks everything out, and it's so entertaining seeing what happens. It's so good. You know, hell, I might even be able to achieve that at some point. It's something I wanted to do, but sadly my PC is just not powerful enough to do that at the moment, which is why I'm working! Hopefully I'll be able to work and actually, you know, get a better PC and actually be able to upgrade at some point soon, which would be absolutely fantastic. It would help to, you know, to continue this, you know, the continuous change of LPing that I do. It would be fantastic. Alright then, folks. Well, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I'm sure you've got places to be, people to be with, and all the rest of that. I daren't keep you much longer because I feel kind of rude. I take up enough of your time as it is anyway, so hey. So I'm gonna thank you guys for listening to me for 25 minutes or how long it's been. Oh, it will be 25 by the time I stop. I'll thank you for listening. I'll wish you a happy new year. LPs, I will be restarting on Thursday, because that's the first day I get off, which of course is the 2nd. We will be resuming with Grand Theft Auto Vice City, just after the death of Diaz, where, as I say, GTA Vice City really branches out. We will be kicking off with that then, and obviously Granny 2 will be following that, and we'll keep going as we go along until basically the idea is, obviously, for those of you guys who don't know, on Boxing Day or whenever it was, I put up a trailer for the Getaway, which I blurted out that I was going to do an LP in Vice City about Video 4 or something, and I said sort of March 2013 on that, because the idea is I want to do the LP after I do Vice City, because it's a fantastic game, and the music's brilliant, and I know it's brilliant because it's the music that you've been hearing for the past 20 minutes. So, you know, I think it's brilliant music. It's a fantastic game. It was a game that never got enough. It never got enough press, to be honest. You know, and it's a real shame. So I'll thank you guys for listening. Enjoy your New Year's, and I will catch you guys on Thursday with any luck, folks. So yeah, thanks for listening. I hope to see you then, and with any luck, I will be able to at some point during the year go live. That sounds like fun, doesn't it, folks? Right, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. So, later, guys.